hellacious on me and all that. Of course, Wednesday going to see the two visitations, and then Thursday this morning his funeral. Yeah, you can probably tell that I'm just, you know, just so anguished right now. Because, Saturday, I was hurt. And then, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I seemed to be okay. But I knew Wednesday, Thursday was going to be hellacious on me. But all I know is that, um, yeah, we got to see a lot of people for visitation, like classmates of Dad in the one-room schoolhouses, because back in the 50s, when he went to school, he was in a one-room schoolhouse, and that was kind of cool and all that. And everyone's sharing memories about Dad. The farming community was a big help. Owen Cook, a lot of other farmers and all that. It's just fantastic. How much of a bond the farming community have. And I feel that Dad was really an essential bond to the farming community. I really do. So anyway, yeah, my visitation for two times and all that, got to see a lot of people and all that. I didn't really see a lot of classmates of mine from school, but that's all right. No harm. Like Edward got a lot of recognition. Christine did. Ooh, and then of course me. But as I always said, for how bad Edward, Christine, and myself are feeling right now, my mom basically is the one that needs to have all the thoughts and prayers to her, because he was her husband for 38 years and now he's gone, just like that. Well, got a few things I want to say. My Aunt Carol did this at the funeral. Read from this poem called The Oak Tree, because my cousin Jennifer is a teacher in King City, which is close to Toronto, and they did this for a grade 1 project. And basically, Aunt Carol recited this poem. A mighty wind blew night and day. It stole the oak tree's leaves away, then snapped its boughs and pulled its bark until the oak was tired and stark. But still the oak tree held its ground, while other trees fell all around. The weary wind gave up and spoke. How can you still be standing, oak? The oak tree said, I know that you can break each branch of mine in two, carry each leaf away, shake my limbs, and make me sway. But I have roots stretched in the earth, growing stronger since my birth. You'll never touch them, for you see, they're the deepest part of me. Until today, I wasn't sure of just how much I could endure. But now I found, with thanks to you, I'm stronger than I ever knew. That is powerful stuff, powerful poetry. And I know for a fact that, a lot of people giving me love right now. Live. It's a live video. So, yeah, Carol did a very good speech about, growing up with my dad, because, my Aunt Carol was my dad's sister. And Uncle Glenn also feels the pain too. Like, he was Dad's brother, but obviously because of the brotherly bond, sorry, I'm stumbling over my words as I normally do, happens. Basically what it was is that they were planning field work for the crops. And now all of a sudden, that's going not to happen. That's not good. I feel like Uncle Glenn will get through this somehow. I really feel like Uncle Glenn and Aunt Carol, for being Dad's siblings, should feel gracious about themselves. And it was a close-knit, tight-knit people. My brother Edward also made a speech too. And basically what ended up happening was that I also wanted to say something, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to. But Edward said, yeah, I might need you as backup. So we both went up to the podium, and Edward was saying such things about growing up and all that, being part of the family with Dad, in 1981 when they married and all that, and always being good on the farm and all that. And I felt jealous that, Everett could pull tractor stuff and I can't because A, I have hay fever, and B, my coronation sucks. But yeah, Everett did great. And he broke down when he was describing Silly Grandpa because, Bentley and Victoria really loved being around Dad and, all that. And then I got to say a few words. Obviously, no one knows exactly what I said, but I made crib notes. See how good I can be? Like I just made some nice crib notes and all that, and then spoke from the heart because that's where great inspiration comes from, the heart. And basically, I just said that he was the epitome of the farming community because the farmers love to help him and all that, and that his force will be strong. I didn't really say force is strong, but his force will be strong in me, Erin, and Christine, and of course my mom, who needs it the most. Basically, I talked about the visitation and how people shared a lot of great memories about my dad and all that. And then, accepted Everett as his own because of circumstances I won't get into because that's stupid. And how Everett did well on the farm. Talked about Christine. I felt so bad that I didn't get her input on anything because that would have helped out. I feel like Christine probably got slighted by me. And that was not the plan. I'm sorry. Anyway, so, yeah, Silly Grandpa and basically, Bentley and Victoria always loving their grandpa so much. And, the CD of the photos of Hebert put on the TV and all that. Yeah, it's kind of amazing and all that. My mom being around for 38 years, and it was a great marriage, and, they always loved each other. Dad never forgot to tell my mom, how much he loved her and all that. And I feel bad that I never got to say it as much as I wanted to because, I just wasn't really social and all that. I felt bad, but for how things are, my dad is a great influence in my life because with my high functioning autism, he never gave up on me. Things in the 1990s with autistic kids, it's not as the ratio is way lowered. The chances are way higher to have an autistic kid nowadays than it was like 20, 30 years ago. So, yeah, Dad never treated me any different. He always treated me fantastically like a son, and he loved me so much. And I'm sorry, I know you can't see it, but my leg is like twitching back and forth and all that. I did that at the funeral. I'm just amazed my knees didn't knock. So basically, my connection with Dad, and I made a few big stories about, how there's a famous picture that was at the visitation last night about Dad, my mom. I have that picture for you. I should have brought it downstairs with me, but well, what can you do? Can't go live. So anyway, so and how Dad, had the bushy eyebrows, and it seemed like there was like a weird spot on them, and we're like, well, Dad's like, well, what can you do about it? And he says, well, let's fix it, and he fixed it, and it was a great picture of my parents. And then I relayed the story about how he loved to tease Mom after I left for Kitchener. I was living on the farm till I was 19, and then I went to Kitchener for school. And basically, my mom loved me so much. And Dad was a serious, no nonsense guy, but he turned into this funny guy. And basically, when I came home at times, I didn't know that Dad was joking and all that because as I wasn't like him. I'm just fighting something right now, like I don't know what it could be, but I got cold medication that I will take. Some medication I need to take before I do anything because I got to go back to work tomorrow. I feel that I should go back to work tomorrow because my dad would have wanted it that way. When Grandma Diamond died, I was out of a job for more than a month, and of course that unfortunately transferred into multiple years, which was not funny in the least. Yeah, I'm wearing multiple shirts because I keep feeling chills down in the basement. But I think that's my dad trying to talk to me and all that. And I can sense his presence. And then I basically, well, said about his steak and potatoes. He always joked about steak and potatoes every Sunday afternoon, like Sunday for lunch and all that. And then Edward pops up with the four food groups: meat, potatoes, ketchup, and ice cream. And everyone laughed. I didn't even realize that. But thank goodness Everett was there for me. Um, so basically, and then I just relayed about stories about me and him going to see the Blue Jays game once a year because it was a Diamond family trip to Oakville to see my aunt Carol and Uncle John. And sorry about that. And basically, in Oakville, and then we would ride the GO train to the Blue Jays game and all that. And how, he went for the camaraderie. And sadly, though, I was the only one who went for the actual thing of not having the Blue Jays lose. I got a good laugh about it. But then I relayed the story about me and Dad watching a famous hockey game, Leafs Senators Game 6 of the conference semifinals in 2002, because Ottawa needed to win to go to the conference finals. And me and Dad were watching the game. Mom was over at Nephew doing her nursing home stuff. So, yeah, so we bonded, we talked, and all that. It was great to watch hockey with my dad whenever possible. I don't know if he was a Leafs fan or not, but I know I am, in a sense. Yeah, and then I just said that Dad always taught lessons, and one lesson he has taught me right now is don't go too far in the future without telling the people you love, the people you care about, you love them so much. And I feel like I never said it enough about him, and I feel bad, but I also know my dad will be with the spirit of my sister, my brother, my mom, of course, his brother and sister, Aunt Carol, Uncle John. Uncle John, sorry, Uncle Glenn, and me. I will carry that in my heart forever, and I want to make him proud. And I just want to say, I know that Jim Ross said it. The WWE went Raw as Owen, about Owen Hart's stuff. He said, I just wish that I could be as good as a man as him so I can see him again someday. And I know Grandma Diamond will be at the pearly gates, telling my dad, waiting for my dad. It'd be great to see them all together again. Of course, you see the thing from my dad. Just gonna get up close here. Just give the poem and the obituary. I'll just read the poem if you don't mind. It says, do not cry. I give this one thought to keep. I am with you still. I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning's hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in circle flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not think of me as gone. I am with you still in each new dawn. Very powerful. When we picked out that poem on Sunday, me, Everett, Christine, and Mom were crying and all that. And then, sorry, M. And then the piece de resistance is the bulletin, because the funeral home did a good job having Bentley and Victoria do this. My nephew is a fantastic artist, don't you think? You can see, get closer here. So yeah, Bentley is a fantastic artist. He's 8 years old, but he did a good job. The hat, the farmer, the pigs. Well, I don't know if we really had pigs. It was more cattle, but can't say it. And then Victoria wrote on the back, right? He said, "I love it when you've tickled me. I love it when you took me on golf cart rides. I love it when you pushed me on the swings. I love it when you said you love me. I love you always. Love, Victoria." Man, Victoria. I swear those two really are more mature than we let on, and all that. I'm gonna keep it close to my heart so I can think about my dad and also think about my niece and nephew, because I love them so dearly. And of course, the inside. I'm just going to show it to you. And so yeah, there's a lot of songs and all that. Mom picked good songs about it. I didn't know all of them, but I knew. And Mom said that Dad was there in spirit singing along to his favorite songs, and that is great. I know she was going to call me tonight, and we're going to talk and all that. Thank you all for watching this. God bless you all, and do not do what I failed to do. Always tell your friends you love them and how much they care about you.